Hello, Firefly Home Energy. Again, Nicole, nice to see you here. Today, very quickly, I would like to talk. I already said something about it, but I would like to say it better. Talk about activism. We don't need to be activists like her at this level, but all of us can be a little bit more activist. All of us can do something more actively. What is an activist? What is an activist? Let's get it word. Is someone who does, a person who does something actively, who actively does something possibly useful and good for any of the topics that we care. Maybe the environment, like Greta Thunberg, maybe human rights, like Malcolm X, or Gandhi, maybe be animal rights, like the CEO of PETA or others. There's many activists, like Jane Goodall, a person that I respect a lot, for the chimpanzee, for the orangutan, for the primates' right, and so on. So, first of all, I would like to quickly talk about Greta, because I come from a country, Italy, where she's been highly criticized, but criticized also by, unfortunately, friends, or I should say ex-friends, let's say acquaintances of mine, that I thought they were friends, but honestly, I'm the first one. We can discuss things, we can be respectful, we can have different ideas, but the moment you wish death upon a 16-year-old that does nothing bad but does good, or the moment that you wish her to have cancer, all the worst thing that I heard and saw on socials like Facebook from some Italian acquaintances of mine that I thought they were friends, they cannot be friends with me anymore. I'm sorry, but I drew a line, and I drew very clear boundaries up to where logic ends, or where respectful confrontation of ideas and opinions ends. Greta Thunberg, for some reason, and I will say my opinion about it, really incendiate, like lights on hates, and people wish the worst sex crimes to her. She's a kid, she's a 16-year-old that tried to do good. And by the way, the basic of everything that she says and does is, please listen to scientists, listen to people, environmentalists, listen to people who studied about the world, about our ecology, about our problems we have in the world. So with the base of science, she said, don't listen to me. I'm like I'm a voice, but listen to what science and those scientists that studied for many years, or they are in that world, say about climate change, about pollution, about ecology emergency. And then she does, and then she has her ideas, her way of expressing and everything. But first, she's working for the good, and she's trying to convey a good message. Second, she does not anything bad. She's not ruining anybody's lives. She's not ruining anything. She's not hurting any sentient living beings. So why so many humans, especially grown up men and women, but especially men, of a certain political ideologies, because I'm sorry, but mostly have a certain political ideology and so on, why they wish death upon a 16-year-old activist? We should really ponder and think about it, because for me, it's beyond scary. It's not only scary, it's concerning. And I would like to say to these people, to this gentleman, what if it was your kid? What if it was your daughter? How dare you? How dare you wish her to be raped? That's what they say to her once. How can you do that? How can you sleep at night wishing that to a human being that does not hurt anybody and only wants to do good and change the world for the better? So, I'm a huge fan of her, and you can like it or not like her. We can have a discussion to that. But anybody, and I had people in Italy from my own country, and I read that on the internet, many comments in Italians, that wish her the worst. To these people, I say, shame on you, be ashamed of your soul, and what are you doing? So if you hate her so much, first of all, ask yourself, why do you hate her? What really bothers you? Is because maybe she's showing you, she's knocking on your soul, on your conscience, if you have any, and she says, excuse me, what are you doing? Are you a lazy ass that doesn't move and doesn't do anything? Pardon my language, but I get really passionate about this, especially about not only about Greta, but about every activist or every person that try to do good, and others, hundreds of others, on their behind their screen. So without putting their faces, without putting from the cowardice of their home hidden behind their screen, they wish death upon good people that try to do good. They wish despair. They wish the worst illnesses or so on. So what are you doing? Why you wish death upon someone that try to do good? Is it because maybe you inside yourself know that you are a lazy person that does nothing to help the environment, not for you, not for your community, not for the rest of society, not for your kids, not for your grandkids? Because basically you're a selfish prick that only care about me and what I can have right now, right for me. And I don't care about long-term consequences. Because that's the only explanation, even psychologically, that I can give to these grown-up men and women that wish death upon someone that just says, please listen to scientists, please maybe change our ways, please maybe try to be better, try to help this world, help the animals, stop polluting, try to change the powerful, the people, the corporation that keep producing Coca-Cola, Nestle, and others, that keep producing, that keep polluting, that keep hurting the environment, our world, our Earth. It's all of us. It's mine, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours, it's all of us. It's hers. And especially young people, it's more there because I'm 40. I'm about to die in 40 years, God willing, maybe before. That's for life to know. But everybody that is over 40, we are one foot in the grave if we're lucky enough not to die of any pathology, illness, see COVID, what's happening, of any accidents and so on. We are already on the way out. Imagine the politician, all these men that wish death upon a 16-year-old that are maybe 50, 60 years old and up. You're already dead. You're a zombie walking. You're a dead person walking. Why don't you care about your kids and grandkids? These people have the right to be outraged, and they have the right to move and fight for a better world. Guess what? Because it's theirs. They have it for a longer time than me, and definitely of you, and definitely they're here for longer, much longer than anybody that is 50, 60 years old and up. It's a fact. So of course most politicians or most company owners don't care about the world because they're 70. They're the general age is 70 or 65. They live their life. They had their beautiful world. They use it, they abuse it, and now they're about to die. So they don't care because they don't believe in reincarnation. I, for one, believe in reincarnation. It's my belief. Okay. So I believe I also will come back here and maybe suffer for the action I didn't take or for the fights I didn't fought to have a better, most humane, more livable, green, ecological world. And that's a very important thing to ponder. So today, my question to you is, activists, what are you doing to help? I just sent a set email. It took me like 45 minutes. It can take 10 minutes a day. To a few companies. I was in supermarket. I took a picture of a styrofoam eggs container, veggie in packaging container that are all plastic, like bananas or even apples, everything in plastic. Why? Pre-packaged. And I took a second. With the internet, it's so easy. I will post in the future soon a couple of emails so you can read also what I've written. I am pretty hard when I go down, harsh, but always respectful. Without respect, you cannot be heard. It's just not fair. It's minimum also social behavior, I guess. So I wrote to them and I say, can you please considering why we use all this packaging, why you still using styrofoam? There's styrofoam nowadays that melt with water. Or there's cardboard options. There's so many options already that exist for eco-sustainable packaging. So why don't we do it? So I just, as a customer, I kindly contact us. Every company in the internet has a contact us bottom, or you can go, I also been to their social pages and left comments. In case of two supermarkets, Key Food and C-Town, I left comments on Yelp or reviews too. I'm not a huge review fan, but in this case, they can be very helpful. Make yourself heard, put yourself out there with respect, always with respect, talk with respect to people. Otherwise, there's no way, first of all, to make your message come through, second, to change their mind. It just doesn't happen. Maybe it doesn't happen even with respect, so imagine without. and just put there. Why we still use plastic? Why we still have plastic bags in New York from some supermarkets when it's banned also by law? So laws should exist also to force companies to behave and to be more ethical in a moment that we have to start being it. We're already 30 years late, in my opinion, but we don't need laws for that. We just need our internal law, our ethics, our conscience, and speak up, talk, suggest, ask politely. Can you please stop using plastic packaging? I'm a consumer. I'm switching to go to other companies that don't use as much plastic as you do. Do you have any solution for this? Are you considering? And so on. Do this with cruelty-free products if you care about the animals' welfare. Again, it's all about ethics. So if you have a base of ethics that is pretty wide, it all encompasses the same. So you can write to company if you're big in makeup and stuff about having cruelty-free vegan products. No plastic packaging products. You can write to Amazon. I did write to Amazon. The customer service probably somewhere in India was super nice and answered to me. Thank you for saying this, which really, really warmed my heart. Whoever were you far there, thank you so much. I appreciate your answer so much, and I will post it soon. So there, think about it, because before criticizing who's giving before criticizing who is really doing something and who cares about something and is putting herself or himself out there, risking the worst critics. What are we doing? What are we trying to do? Are we getting better? Why we are so angry against activists? Do they maybe ring a bell on our caution that we are not doing even close to enough? Do they make us feel less than them because we are less than them? Because we're not even caring, we don't care, we just are selfish and we only care about ourselves, our constant instant pleasure and material gain? Let's think about it. Talk about it. Have a conversation with your family and friends. That's why discussions are important, constructive discussion. I really, really hope we all care more and we stop wishing the worst to people that are trying to do their best. You can like the person or not, but at least they're doing something for the good. People that do something for the bad and the evil, we have a lot of them too, pretty evident, and they're pretty out there too. They have no respect for me. But I'm talking about everybody that does at least something for the good, for the bettering of the world for all of us, our society, for the bettering of life for someone else, another living sentient being, maybe animal, maybe human, and so on. I think this is so important. Please, as always, my mantra is teach the kids. Teach your kids to be more ethical and empathic. They are, and that's the hope we have for the world. Thank you so much and have a great day.